Hello, welcome to the Bill and Kelly Show Neighborhood Edition. Today we have with us Jill Kim. Welcome to the Bill and Kelly Show, Jill. And you've been on
Hi.
before, and yeah, we're really happy to have you again because we want to hear what's
Because
going
we
on.
love
And
her.
yes,
Oh, we love you
absolutely,
guys too.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, uh, and it's I'm getting messaged. Oh, come on. Sorry, so yeah, we're excited to have you back on. So Jill, why don't you start off telling us a bit about how this whole COVID-19 pandemic has affected you personally, and then your neighborhood, and then let's start talking about Girls on the Run.
Yeah, I mean it's different, right? We're my husband and I are both working from home. Um, Two of our kids are home. My oldest daughter's in college, so she has an apartment. She's there. Um, in some ways, it's hasn't been a huge adjustment for me because at times I have worked from home with my with the work I do, and my youngest daughter has special needs, so we don't go out that much,
Hmm.
and we've kind of made our home somewhere that we can spend a lot of time in. And I'm also kind of a natural introvert too, so I'm I'm okay with not getting out a lot, and I
I
kind
don't
of
know. I've seen
appreciate.
you with your two sisters on the golf course, and you're pretty party girls sometimes. So
Yeah, and not
Ooh,
only
let's not
that,
talk about that, Kelly. I enjoy.
plus, for being introvert, you put on one of the most awesomest fundraisers in that we've
No,
witnessed.
that's not to say I don't enjoy a good time. I
yeah,
do. But I was thinking about just how busy our calendar for our family was looking so busy for March and April, and then all of a sudden have everything wiped off of it. It was sad. I mean, a lot of sadness because
sure.
a lot of those things were important to us, of course, but at the same time, it's just been a real time to reflect on like what's truly important and just slow down. It's been kind of nice.
Hmm.
Um, our neighborhood, I do try to get outside a lot and run, and we go for walks and things, and I have been seeing a lot more people out, which is great. I watched quite a few families like outside playing catch together or taking walks together as families, and that's not something I typically see. So
Right.
um, I know, of course, there's a lot of struggles for a lot of families, but I
Golf
do try to
course
look on the bright
and
side of things, and so I appreciate seeing that happening in my neighborhood. It's
Yeah,
nice.
so it's you're getting to see more people because they're either staying at home during the day, or is that it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see like gosh, just an entire family. We walked by the park the other day, and just saw an entire family out there playing baseball. Like
Hmm.
just this little family of four, and they were just playing baseball together. I'm like, that's just so cute, you know.
yeah,
I just don't see that a lot, and I think
because if
everyone
it were
just
a different time, they'd be in a car running around doing things or whatever, and they wouldn't be spending
right.
that time outdoors. And so it's kind of reconnected a lot of families in some ways.
It
Yeah.
has, or the kids playing baseball and the family's watching, or so yeah, it has just realigned, I think, priorities a little bit. Um,
I know
yeah.
for me, I witnessed that as well in our neighborhood that we're in now. That yeah, I notice it when I take Dexter, my dog, for a walk. Dexter is kind of unusual. In fact, he's a half lab, half basset. So, and people usually take a look at him and say, "What is that?" But more times than not, all these people that are
I
now
think
at
they're
home.
usually saying that about you. They know Dexter's a
Well,
basset.
probably that's what they're asking me because they, as opposed to saying what type of dog that is, they say, "What's that?" So probably they are referring to me.
Yeah, I think they're referring to you. But
Been blaming Dexter all this time.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, well he is unique. He's definitely unique. So you witness a lot more. You're seeing a lot more of your neighbors then.
yeah, yeah,
Ah,
it's
yeah,
cool.
good.
Yes, out of all this, it's kind of interesting because stay at home has gotten us to get acquainted. In fact, you've got to go on our Facebook. We've been trying to make things a little bit more entertaining on our Facebook page, and we found this video of this wife that was kind of cramped up in a closet talking about her experience with her husband, like grievous experiences with her husband. Like, I don't know if I like staying.
Him. It's hilarious. She's like, he's put me to age 12.
Yeah.
And I'm hiding in the closet. I realize that I want a man in my life, but not in my home.
But the hilarious part, she goes,
where the spoons are. Where the spoons are. We've been married for years.
I mean, I do appreciate that the weather is getting better, so we can get out and away from some folks in my home.
Yeah. I guess that's what we hear. That it's people that are normally away at work or at school are now all in the same house for a couple of weeks, and it's kind of like, boy, I wasn't planning on this till summertime, and now I've got to deal with it. So
it's like early summer vacation. But
it is a very early summer vacation.
Yeah.
Have you noticed a lot of families in your neighborhood or a lot of the homes have decorated the windows or the doors and things, saying things like "keep your chin up" or "it's okay," or putting hearts all over the place and things? Have you seen any of that?
I've noticed a few.
Yeah.
We had not taken our Christmas lights off our house, so we've been turning our Christmas lights on again. We had turned them off, hoping people wouldn't notice that they're still there, but now we're just turning them on.
Yeah, it makes things happy. I know I had an email on a group text thing about putting fun little stuffed animals in the windows, and then the moms are taking the kids for walks and trying to find all the different things. So I have my giant Hello Kitty with the Easter Bunny ears in the window. And I thought, well, that's a fun thing to do with the kids when you're out for a walk. Let's see who's got, what? I mean, it makes it a little more fun, I think.
Right. It is cute. Yeah.
And all I do is stop in front of the window early in the morning and drink my coffee and look out at the neighborhood. So that's a decoration of itself, right, Kelly?
Yes.
Sure. That's what
the bill in the window.
Yeah.
It's unique.
Definitely unique. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, so, I mean...
how is all of this affecting Girls on the Run?
Well, it was, when it first started kind of hitting home, it was rough. When our first schools started closing, we realized pretty quickly that it was going to be all of them. And we were just kind of scrambling to figure out what to do. Thankfully, we have a lot of guidance from Girls on the Run International. Our headquarters is in Charlotte, and they have been absolutely phenomenal with putting out new curriculum and helping us with guidance on loans and things like that. So what we've done is transitioned our program to something called Goater at Home, and Girls on the Run International has put together written versions, but also videos that girls can follow at home. We drop 2 lessons every week, just like the girls would get. They're not the same lessons, they're different, but the same kind of themes. So the first one was like celebrating how we're alike and how we're different, which is always the first lesson of the regular season. There's a lesson on how to deal with stress. There's activities and there's movement. So not necessarily running, but just like one of them had them create their own obstacle course in their house.
Cool.
A lot of like jumping jacks and star jumps and just getting up and getting exercise, but also the great stuff that our curriculum normally offers. Thinking about what's important to you. How do you deal with stress, or how do you deal with emotion? So one of the things we've been thinking a lot about is our program really prepares girls to deal with situations in a healthy way. So we feel like now more than ever, it's really important for girls and their families to think about, how are we dealing with stress? Families are going through so many stressors, doing school from home, losing jobs, and illness. I mean, I know a lot
Sure.
of families in Northwest Indiana actually have COVID right now.
Yeah.
So, illness, loss, grief, all those things. So we just feel like our what we do, our mission is even more important now than ever
Now, are
because
some of the people who have these groups at the schools, are they doing Zoom meetings or get-togethers with their little groups? Because I would think that for me, as a young kid in elementary or middle school, the hardest thing for me would not be seeing my friends anymore.
right, right. Some of our coaches are able to keep up with their teams, either through something like Zoom or Google Classroom. But we
Mm.
have a lot of teachers, so a lot of our teachers are able to do stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
So some of them are, but not all of them. Some, just like every other, all the people around here, everyone's impacted in such a different way. So some coaches are, yeah, they're really happy to be able to do that, and some coaches are just struggling to get through the day.
Yeah.
So not everyone is being able to do that,
But
but
if they can, they
we're making sure all of our girls get the lessons delivered to
Right.
them no matter what.
Good.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's cool. Because I've got to say, this is one of our favorite programs because you talk about the, in fact, well, I don't know if you remember this or not, my daughter was a mentor when they lived in Chicago, and she ran the Chicago Marathon as a fundraiser for Girls on the Run, and she was a coach and in fact, I think she's looking at getting back in after her life settles down and this passes. But yeah, I just heard about the wonderful programs about mentoring middle school girls through the difficult times and how to deal with bullying, how to deal with isolation, and just life skills, which I think is awesome, really awesome. And it's something I think that should be done more and more, is how, especially middle school, because I remember with all my kids that was the worst time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and my office was in the middle school when I was at Valpo Schools, and navigating the hallways was challenging, to say the least. Oh yeah, and the fact that you guys do a lot of programs helping them to deal with that and get through it, and that's the thing that people need to know. Girls on the Run is a lot more than just running programs. I mean, that's kind of the tip of the iceberg, if you will. So.
Right.
No, you guys do great work. I got to hand it to you.
Thank you. Yeah, another thing that we're sad to have to cancel is our big 5K celebrations, because the girls, they work for 10 weeks towards the goal of being able to complete a 5K, and then we celebrate together. So we're not able to do that, but we've also transitioned that opportunity into a virtual event as well. So there were some things we already had, and the things we already had was our medals. So we're asking folks it's not quite open yet, but we're asking folks to register to either do, set a goal for themselves of a 5K or even a 1K or a 2K. And there's also an option just to do a physical activity bingo sheet. So just different challenges, because not everyone has access to outdoor exercise. And then complete the challenge and receive a medal from us. So we're trying to transition everything to virtual as much as we can.
Yeah, that's good.
And one of the things that we were really sad about is, of course, the gala, the sneaker soiree. Having to be canceled this year, but you have set a date for next year already.
We have.
People can go on to the Facebook page and find out that new date and stick it in their calendar now to look forward to
Plan ahead. Plan ahead. It's, I believe, April 10th of 2021. I believe that's we wanted to make sure we got our band, so we have to plan ahead for the band.
Yeah.
We're looking for from Chicago, and we got we'll be at the Patrician Banquet Center. So we're
nice. We love that place too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because last time you guys were at Wicker Park, right?
We were at Wicker Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just outgrew that a little bit, and
That's a bad
Wicker
number.
Park is pretty doggone big, but
I know.
I understand because there were a lot of people there. I mean, oh my gosh, it was
A lot of people with all the silent auction items, the
oh man,
band, it just
you
Yeah,
know,
takes up a lot of space.
so much fun.
and it was kind of funny because before the show you were talking about how introverted you were, and I said seriously, and you put on one of the most premium fundraisers in the region. Oh man, that was so much fun. I mean, the silent auction, and then you got
Yeah.
to you got to donate like for a pair of running shoes and stuff like that. Silent auction,
Sponsoring a girl.
sponsoring a girl, and the food was awesome. The drinks were awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was really good.
And I still have our picture around here that we got in a photo booth, which is kind of wild and
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, the photo
Yeah,
was
it
really
was fun.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. So we're looking
Right.
forward to next year. We can't wait. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
that was yeah. You ought to contract out for some of the other organizations to run theirs.
You make it
Well, when
fun.
you're in charge, you get to organize a party like you want to have a party. So
Mm-hmm.
I get to wear tennis shoes. I get to dance. There's a lot of chocolate. You know.
Yeah. One of the only challenges I had is I kept on running into your sisters and kept on calling them you, and they'd look at me like, okay, all right. And they didn't know your other sisters. I don't think have ever met me, but now they do know me. After I kept on getting confused, I said,
He's the
"Hold it,
weirdo that's
you
stalking them.
you change. Hold it, gosh, this is really you change your outfit every half hour or so. That's oh boy.
It
So
happens all the time.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm a triplet. So, and my sister
here's to your
Jody
parents
is.
because I'm a parent of twins.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah,
twins.
my gray hair's fallen
Um,
out, so you can't tell.
Well, we're all gonna see my gray hair soon because I haven't
Same
been able to get a
here.
haircut.
uh,
Yeah, so my sister Jody's our program director, so
ah,
she's been dealing with a lot of adjustments. We've had to we offered our families some refund options for the program, and so it's been a big undertaking, but we're getting there.
good, good. I
And we
mean,
do have because we're not doing the sneaker soiree, we do have a fall fundraiser that we do, and we're gonna make that a little bigger. Our hope is, and that's called Luna Fest, and that is
oh, the
a
movie.
film festival.
Yeah.
It's short films by, for, and about women, and not sure where it's going to be. We had a venue lined up, but that venue is now closed because of what's going on. So we're going to shift gears a little bit, but that'll be a super fun event, and then we're going to have a virtual backup plan for it as well. So look for it in like August or September, but I'll come back on when
Oh
we have
yeah,
all the details
love
worked out.
that. We'd love that.
You
Luna
know,
Fest is wonderful.
I have an idea, so when we're off camera, I'll run it by you. I just thought of a venue that may be good for you guys. In fact,
Okay.
it's not widely used, and I'm not sure why not.
Oh,
But there may be a reason too, so I'll just that's why I don't want to mention it while we're live. So, boy, so yeah, I remember that was at Portage 16 last time, right?
it was, yeah.
And which is a
Um,
pretty big. I mean, yeah, they're pretty big
It's
theater
a
itself.
we loved having it there. They're having some, well, because all the theaters are closed right now,
Right,
and
right.
they're not sure when they'll be able to reopen.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you could do a virtual Netflix. So I don't know. That wasn't the suggestion, by the way, but it just popped in my
yeah.
mind.
Well, I want to have a backup plan for it, just in case we're not able to get together in person again. But I'm really hoping we can all be together for that event. I think
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
I think we all are.
Yeah,
So,
we as humans need connection. We
For
need to
sure.
physically connect. We need to see each other. I mean, technology has been a nice thing because our show would be done without it because we, purposely, when the stay-at-home order took place, and even though we can easily be classified as essential, but Kelly and I looked at each other, are we really essential? And Kelly is. Me, not so much.
Yeah.
But And by the way, I do, in case there are any of the stay-at-home police watching, they're saying, "Oh, he's back in his studio. I'm calling." This is thanks to Zoom. This is a backpack. You could see my hand disappearing, and I actually can pull a rock out of my ear. So yeah, this is, in fact, you're probably, oh, the traffic stopped for the Bill and Kelly show. No, no. Some days it may. They may know that we're doing a show, and they say, "Oh, we're going to pull over and see if we can see what we can see." No, this is just thanks to technology. I thought, gosh, just. But that was a sunny day that I took this picture. So, but we can't.
Yeah,
but it
it's
makes
nice out
me.
today.
Every time I look at it, I'm thinking, man, I can't wait to get us back in that studio again. It's such a
Looking forward
beautiful,
to it.
beautiful place, and and the fact that we were going to offer it as an outreach, and the first TV that we did was through Zoom. I'm like, this is what we had planned, but it is what it is.
Well,
Yeah, it
we
is.
have to adapt.
Yeah,
Right,
adapt
exactly.
adapt, but this has been a great venue for us to do the show, and a lot of people are using it. So, boy, oh boy. So, is there anything else you want to share with us about what maybe other plans that we didn't cover?
Those are our big things. We're just really looking for to the future, making sure, because we had to cancel our two big main fundraisers, the soiree and the 5Ks are good fundraisers for us too. We're, just thinking of ways to still raise some funds for ourselves and to keep our staff around and to keep our organization going. But we're pretty optimistic about that.
Now, do you have a donate button and things on your Facebook page?
Yeah, I
and
was about to
everything?
ask.
Okay, so if
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
especially if you're getting that big check from the government and you don't really need it because you've been able to work from home and stuff, feel
Good
free.
point.
There's some really wonderful organizations to donate some money to, and
Absolutely.
you get a tax
Yeah.
credit for it.
Yeah, we'd love your support for sure. Like I said, I think what we do is really important right now. This is a really stressful time for a lot of people, and we want our kids to emerge from this experience, knowing that they're resilient and strong, and they know how to handle themselves, and they know how to process the grief they're experiencing, the stress that they're experiencing. Those are tools that they'll be able to use their whole life.
Absolutely.
And if they can make it through this with coming out with as stronger, more resilient people, then that's a win.
Yeah,
That's right.
I just worry about the. I always have to come back to this. I just worry about the stress in these poor kids. We know they're resilient, but you think about what are the things they've gone through in our society. The school shootings they went through, and and that was a matter of topic for a while because there are kids that were afraid to go to school, even though their school was safe, but they're like, how it may
It's a
happen there.
lot different than in my day when they told us we were doing a nuclear bomb drill and we had to get under our desks.
Yeah.
Like, that would have saved us.
Right.
That totally we would. We've been done.
You're right, Bill. I mean, the kids have, mental health issues in youth. Even grade school kids and high school kids. It's, through the roof. It's a very serious problem.
Yeah.
And that is, something that we do address is just being able to be open and talk about feelings and, learn how to ask for help when they need it, to learn how to use their relationships form strong relationships with other kids and with adult mentors so they can, be uplifted by those. Those are some of the important things we teach. And, now more than ever, it's just really important because kids, you're right, they're just facing, even before this happened, a lot of stress.
Yeah, because the school shootings were becoming more prevalent and violence, and that's laid on top of the escalated bullying that was happening, and the state even had to step forward and set programs, mandatory programs for schools to follow with that regard. And thank goodness for Girls on the Run because that's built into their curriculum. But one of the things that I was talking to a counselor, and him and I were talking about the difference about because he had been a counselor for about 20 years. And so I said, what has it been like over the 20 years? And he said the sad thing, out of that 20-year career, within the last 3 years, he has known a drastic uptick in the amount of time that, not only the amount of time that he has to spend with each adolescent, but the amount of days. Before, it used to be like a couple of months and he'd feel safe about handing them over, and but now it's like some of them are going on 6-8 months, and he's like, gosh, and a lot of it's anxiety and stress and isolationism. And so yeah, anytime something like this happens, my heart really goes out to the kids. And we all call them resilient. And I think that, like Kelly was referring to, the drills we had when we were which, Kim, you're probably too young to remember that, but you weren't even around back then. But I just use it as an opportunity to goof off more. As soon as we hit it underneath the desk, I was like passing notes back and forth and doing some stuff I probably shouldn't be doing while I was underneath the desk. But now I don't. When they have these active shooter drills, and it just thank goodness for programs like yours. Yeah, and that it at least offers some of those kids some relief in how to deal with those issues. So, well, listen, we probably should start wrapping up right around now, unless there's something else you want to share.
No, I think that's it.
Cool.
That's it.
I can't tell you. We're really happy to have you back on, and
I appreciate it.
And maybe when this is all over and we get back to there, we can have you with maybe some of our other members of the staff on Girls on the Run to come out to our awesomeness studio.
We would love it. We would love it.
Yeah, we've got our own green room. It's kind of like, we've got snacks and yeah.
I'll come just for that. That's great.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah, we were fancy dancy. We were like the Beverly Hillbillies and the yeah. Well, with that, we will let you go, Kim. And please, Kim. See, I did it, Kelly. Why do I keep on wanting to call you Kim? You're like,
it happens all the time.
Yeah. See, Kelly. Yeah, but Jill, your name's Jill. Yeah. No, it's for. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but all right. Well, Jill,
her son's not named Sue.
Jill, you please take care of yourself. Keep safe and keep us informed what's going on. And let us know if there's anything we can help out with. We do want to help out one different way, and I don't know if you've tuned in this. We're having these mini concerts on the Bill and Kelly Show, and I've asked each band to pick a charity that they want proceeds. And then when they're playing, we create a Facebook donate button. And so if they don't pick a charity, we'll pick it for them. And so you guys are in a rotation.
Awesome.
So and so far we've got 4 of them this week alone. And so yeah. So awesome entertainment. You ought to tune in if you get a chance. Go on our Facebook page. We have events and some really great music. So with that, we'll let you go, and boy, you take care of yourself, remain safe, and we'll say goodbye for now.
Okay, thank you guys for all you're doing.
Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you do. All right, we'll see you. Bye, Jill.
This episode of the Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by Executive Suite Squared by ATG, offering private and shared office space with 24/7 secured access, 3 state-of-the-art conference rooms, shared lounge and cafe area, receptionist, printing center, and fiber optic internet access with Wi-Fi throughout. Conveniently located just south of 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue exit at 2901 Carlson Drive in Hammond, Indiana. For information on how you can become a member, go to executivesuites2.com or call 219-844-2901. Executive Suites Squared, home to the Bill and Callie Show.